It's like everybody says it and you're like, well, I don't have anything to give. I told you I have something to share with you that can change your life. And it truly has changed my life. And let me tell you, one of my biggest hobbies is reading books. You know, not for fun. I like to read books to get better. I read books on motivation, inspiration, strategy, things like this. I read books on personal development. And it's like, you think you know all this stuff, but you know, sometimes we don't apply it in our life. And it was like something clicked. It was like something clicked in my life. And there was 3 consecutive events that happened that kind of woke me up. And it was like life saying, Nate, the answer's right here. So I kind of took that and I was like, wow, I came to a realization. I was like, this is what life is truly about. And I can sum it up in this one sentence. Okay? Life gives to the giver and takes from the taker. Life gives to the giver and takes from the taker. That's it. Life is about giving to other people. So if you want fulfillment in this life, money and accomplishments are nice, but you have to find out what you can give to others through your work, through your time. Okay, it's all great to make yourself feel good. It's all great to achieve and go to these great heights. But if you do it by yourself and you don't take other people with you, you don't make other people feel good as well, then you will not be fulfilled. You will not be fulfilled. And I've read that in 1,000 books, but it's like you think you know it, but I just realized it. And there were 3 events that made me realize this. Okay, the first event, I was driving my car and I'm on this bridge. I'm stuck in traffic. It's rush hour. I'm coming home from work and there's a homeless man. And for one, I have honestly never given a homeless man or a homeless woman anything. It's like, I'm not doing great myself. I just got done with college. I have all these student loans to pay. It's like, I feel like I don't have anything to give. And then you hear all these stories that say, I gave this homeless man $20 and then he walked into the beer distributor, bought beer, walked into the wines and spirits and got liquor. You hear all these stories. But I'm sitting there and I see this homeless guy and it's like 93 degrees and I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, something told me you got to give this guy something. So I'm like, all right, what do I have? So I'm looking through, I go into my wallet, and I have a $5 bill. That's all I have, $5 bill. So I pull it out, and I roll down my window, and I'm like, hey, what's up, man? He's like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, here's a $5 bill, take this. And then I'm like, what else can I give him? He's like, oh, thank you so much. And I always drink a gallon of water. I drink a gallon a day. And I see my gallon here. I'm like, man, you thirsty? He's like, oh, yeah. So I give him my gallon. And he immediately opens it, chugs it, and then he, waits for the next car. And I keep on driving, and I'm just like, that's all it takes? That is all it takes for me to feel fulfilled and happy and joyful? That's it? Giving to other people, giving to a homeless man, making somebody else's life better? I read it all the time, and it's just like, Nate, the answer has been here all the time, and I want you to know the answer is here. It's just giving to other people. Okay, so that was the first thing that happened to me. The homeless man on the bridge, I gave him $5 and a gallon of water, and I truly have felt joy like I've never felt in my life. It brought me to tears, how much joy I felt and just the gratitude that I truly had for that moment. Okay, that's the first one. The second thing that happened, I go to the local pool, and I'm hanging out with the lifeguards. There's a 16-year-old kid who goes to the same high school that I went to. He's talking to me. He knows I'm into this motivational stuff, and I read all this stuff, and he's like, Nate, I have this problem. Can you help me? And I'm like, yeah, I have the answers. And I really did. It's like, I know all this stuff, so I'm telling him, we're going back and forth. And I'm just sitting there thinking, I'm like, man, what can I give? What can I give to him? I can give him my advice and all this stuff, and we can connect, but I truly want to give him something. So I'm like, give him a book. Buy him a book. So I go home that night. I tell him, I'm like, look, man, if I buy you a book, will you read it? He's like, yeah, man, I'll read it. If you give me a book, I'll definitely read it. I want to know all this stuff too. So I'm like, okay. And there were actually 2 other lifeguards who knew I did this type of stuff as well. And they were asking me questions a couple days earlier. So I'm like, I'll get them books too. So I get them each a book. I order them off Amazon. You know, they're $5 each on Amazon. And I get these books and I take them up to the pool and I give them to these 3 lifeguards. And they're honestly grateful that I give them these books. And I have the sense of joy again. And that was the second event. I'm like, wow, if I would have known this, it's like everybody says it and you're like, well, I don't have anything to give. You have everything to give. Even if you don't have any money, if you don't have a lot of stuff, you can give your time, your knowledge, your advice, your motivation, your inspiration. So I give these kids, you know, the books. They're grateful for it and everything like that. And that's the second thing. I have another moment of just straight joy and gratitude. And real quick, I want to show you the books that I gave them. All right, so the first book is this book, As a Man Thinketh, by James Allen. Now, this book is a little bit deep. This is all about thought and how thought affects your life. But the basic concept in this book is James Allen compares your mind and your thoughts to a garden. And basically, if you have a garden and you plant beautiful flowers in this garden, you plant the seeds of beautiful flowers, then beautiful flowers will grow. And in your mind, if you plant positive thoughts, the seeds of positivity, then positive events will happen and positive things will come to your life. However, if you plant weeds into your garden or weed seeds and you plant negative thoughts, negative seeds in your mind, then negative things are going to happen. If you're being negative all the time, then obviously negative things and negative events are going to find their way into your life. So that's the first book, As a Man Thinketh. The second book that I got them is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Now, if you follow personal development or self-help books or success or motivation or anything like that, you know that this book is the biggest of all the self-help books. This is the one towering giant that leads all the rest. Okay, Napoleon Hill studied over 500 of the world's greatest men, like Henry Ford, Andrew Carnegie, Thomas Edison, people like that, who have changed the world. And he went up to them and he said, hey, what did you do to succeed? How did you get there? And they told him, and he put it in this book. Wouldn't you want to read a book like that? Wouldn't you want to read a book, Think and Grow Rich? Rich in friendship, rich in relationship, rich in money, rich in anything you want, rich in love. Wouldn't you want to read a book like that to change your life? This is the second book that I got them. And the third book is called The Success Principles by Jack Canfield. How to get from where you are to where you want to be. Doesn't that title intrigue you? How to get from where you are to where you want to be? Wouldn't you want to read a book like this? If you don't like where you are and you want to be somewhere else, you want to go higher, you want to achieve more, it's right here. Wouldn't you want to read a book that could teach you how to do that? This book costs $5. I guarantee you can find an idea in here, multiple ideas that are worth well over $5. So within this book, there are 64 chapters, 64 success principles. I know it seems like a lot, but you don't have to apply every single principle. If you only apply 10 or 5 or 2 or even 1 principle that can help to change your life, then it's well worth it. So that's the last one I got for them, the success principles. Okay, so that is the second thing. That's the second event. There was the homeless guy who I helped him out, and he helped me more than he knows. You know, he probably doesn't even remember me, but I remember him, and I remember that event, and I'll remember it for the rest of my life. Second one, the lifeguards, just giving them books. It's so simple. And this third one is even more simple. You can do this every single day. You have no excuse not to do this one. You can do it every day with every person. Okay, there's a saying, this guy, Earl Nightingale, the Dean of Personal Development, as he is called, says, treat every person you come in contact with as the most important person in the world. Treat every person that you come in contact with as the most important person in the world. So in your everyday life, you can be walking around and you can meet somebody on the street and you can make their day. You can change the course of their life. If not that big, you can change the course of their day by just being kind. If you think you don't have anything to give, you do. You can give your kindness, you can give your joy, your love, your personality. I'm sure you are all great people. You all have a wonderful personality. I'm sure of it. If you don't think you do, you're probably being too hard on yourself. You can give your personality, make people feel happy, make their lives better. And it will make your life better. We often think that for us to win, somebody else has to lose. And it doesn't have to be like that. You can both benefit. You should, if you're ever getting something from in exchange from somebody, you should both benefit. You can make their life better, and in return, you can feel better. You don't always have to win with somebody else losing. Somebody does not have to lose for you to win. This is the third thing. Just the other day at the gym. Okay, I get done with my workout. I'm at LA Fitness. I go into the locker room. There's a guy there. He got on, dress pants, a nice little dress shirt. He's combing his hair to the side. He was 75 years old. He's combing his hair to the side. And I'm in a good mood, just had a good workout. So I go in there and I have it in my head, treat every person as the most important person in the world, make somebody feel good. So I go in there and I see him combing his hair. I'm like, what's up, man? You got a date tonight? He's like, oh no, if I had a date, I would have lost 25 pounds. I'm like, what do you mean, man? You look great. He's like, oh, I'm 75. I'm like, 75? And we're just going back and forth. I'm making him feel good. He's saying stuff. I'm responding. He's making me feel good. We're going back and forth. And at the end, he's like, all right, take it easy. And he walks out. And he's just about to get out of the locker room. And he turns around and he looks at me. He's like, you know what? Thank you for that. It's like, I guarantee I changed the course of his day at least, and he changed mine. Without that conversation, I was happy, but I was happier with it. Trust me. I was more joyful after the experience. Giving to other people, making other people feel good is everything, guys. I'm telling you, it is everything. So if you say you don't have anything to give, I'm telling you, you're wrong. You do have much to give. You have everything to give. You have your time, your personality, your joy, everything like this. Go into an old folks home and just go to the counter and be like, hey, can I, just meet with one of your residents? Can I just talk with them for 1 hour? I just want to talk with them. They're like, oh, do you know them? No, I just want to make them feel good. You go up, you start talking, you just ask them about their life. Let them tell stories. You will make their day. It's that simple. And you will feel better because of it. Trust me, win-win. You can make people's lives, you can make people's days, and it's that simple. And just remember, life gives to the givers and takes from the takers. Don't be the one who tries to take. Give and it'll come back to you. And with that, I challenge you. Now this is where your life changes. I challenge you to go out within the next 1, 2, 3 days and give to somebody else. Give your time, give your energy, give your love, your kindness. Give a gallon of water, give some food to somebody who's hungry. Give something. Make somebody's life better, make somebody's day better. And then come back to this video and leave a comment and tell me what you did, what you gave to make somebody else's life better. Or leave the comment now, tell me what you're gonna do, and then go do it. And with that, I wanna say thank you. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you wanna see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I read all this stuff all the time. I listen to these programs. I'm gonna take everything I read, everything I learn from life's experiences, the books, the audio tapes, I'm gonna bring it to you via this YouTube channel. So if you wanna see more videos like this, go ahead and click subscribe. I'll be bringing them frequently now. But the last and most important thing, leave a comment and go out and make somebody else's life better. With that, I want to say thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.